Hey guys, and girls, or whoever's watching, welcome to my first ever Spanish tutorial, and I bet some of you have been eagerly anticipating this ever since I published my introductory short. So if any of you are willing to learn Spanish, let's go. But first, let's take a look at some reasons why you might want to learn Spanish. Spanish is spoken by an estimated 500 million people worldwide as their first language, making it the second most spoken language in the world after Mandarin Chinese, and it's the official language in 21 countries, and in every South American country except Brazil. In addition, 12% of families in the United States speak Spanish as their first language, with many other Americans speaking Spanish, or at least having a basic knowledge of it as a result of high school classes. But obviously, I'm not like most people, so I want to provide you with a lot more than just a basic knowledge. So without further ado, here's the Spanish alphabet. If you've noticed, the Spanish alphabet has 27 letters, 26 of which are exactly like their English equivalents, with an extra letter in the middle. So this is what each letter sounds like in Spanish, with name and sound. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So a couple things I like to go over before we sing this. The word for W, literally means double V, because that's pretty much how it's written. Then the word for X, you can think of as meaning equal, because the two lines made to cross to make the shape of an X are roughly equal in length. And then Y, literally means Greek I, because it makes a sound similar to that represented by the Greek letter iota, which is their equivalent of I. And Ñ, in the middle of the alphabet, sounds something like the NY in can and other Spanish words that you might have heard before, like jalapeno and piñata. The letter J is always pronounced as an English H, also like in jalapeno, and the letter H is always silent when written at the beginning of a word, as in hola, which simply means hello. So now let's sing it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So now that you've hopefully mastered the alphabet by now, let's take a look at the numbers. So 1 is uno, as any of you have ever played the card game are likely familiar with. Then 2 is dos, there's also a card game called that, it's a sequel to uno. Then 3 is tres, think of words like tricycle and triangle to help you remember that. 4 is cuatro, so simply think of quarter as being 4 divisions. 5 is cinco, like a cinquain, which is a poem with 5 lines. 6 is seis, I don't have a good mnemonic device for that. 7 is siete, 8 is ocho, so think of words like octagon and octopus to help you remember that ocho means 8. And 9 is nueve, because November used to be the 9th month of the year. And 10 is diez, so think of a decade, which is a period of time spanning 10 years, to help you remember that word. Then 11 is once, remember it's not pronounced once, like some of you probably think. Following that same pronunciation rule, 12 is doce, 13 is trece, 14 is catorce, 15 is quince. So you've probably noticed a pattern by now, that the digit in each one's place forms the stem of the word with the suffix se. Now here's where it gets a bit confusing. 16 is dieciséis, which literally means 10 and 6. and it follows that same pattern up to 19. So 17 is 17, 18 is 18, 19 is 19, and 20 is 20. So as you notice, with some of the 2-digit numbers that are multiples of 10, whatever number is in the tens place is what number or the word sounds like. Example 30 is 30, think of tres. 40 is 40, which goes back to cuatro, and so on. 50 is 50, 60 is 60, 70 is 70. May not sound like it, but it kind of sounds like siete. 80 is 80, 90 is 90, and finally 100 is 100. Take a look at this section of the video for as long as you need, but now I'm going to move on to some of the first words that you need to know. The first hola is hello. I'm not sure if we'll need a mnemonic device for that. It sounds almost exactly like the English word. And gracias means thank you. You might have heard that word before, but if you haven't, think of the word grateful. And por favor means please, literally meaning by favor, because you're asking someone to do a favor. And bienvenidos literally means good comings, but is often interpreted to mean welcome. And muchas gracias means thank you very much, with muchas meaning a lot or much, as you'll see here later. And como estas means how are you, and is often used with hola. And a couple of common responses to como estas include estoy bien, that means I'm good. Estoy mal is the opposite, so it means I'm bad or I'm not so good. Mucho gusto means nice to meet you. Not sure what that literally means. And here are some other greetings that depend on the time of day. For example, buenos dias literally means good days, but most people use it to mean good morning. Then buenas tardes means good afternoon. Note that you're actually telling someone the plural, because apparently in Spanish it's not enough to wish someone just one good morning or one good afternoon. And it follows the same logic with buenas noches, meaning good night. And another common feature in Spanish is the usage of the word hasta, meaning until, for goodbye greetings. For example, hasta luego literally means see you later, or until later. Following that same logic, hasta pronto literally means see you soon, or until soon. And adios just means goodbye, as you might have heard before. And now let's get into some question words that you'll need for future lessons. Quién is who. Que, which is arguably the most common word in Spanish, means what. Donde means where. Cuando is when. Por qué is why. But don't let that trip you up, because later you'll see por qué written as one word, and that means because. It's pretty confusing, but it's still learnable. Como means how when used as a question. Cuál means which when the answer is a choice. And cuantos, you can think of it as meaning count, as looking like count. It means how many or how much. So now let's look at some example questions. ¿Quién está viendo este video? That literally means who is watching this video. ¿Qué hora es is a common phrase meaning what time is it. ¿Dónde está el baño means where is the bathroom. ¿Cuándo comienza la escuela means when does school start. ¿Por qué estás aprendiendo español? You can use that to ask someone why they're studying Spanish. Hopefully this video can become an answer in the near future. ¿Cómo te llamas literally means how do you call yourself, but is often used to mean what is your name. ¿Cuál sabor prefieres literally means which flavor do you prefer. And finally, ¿cuántos manzanas quieres can mean how many apples would you like. Notice that all question words have an accent mark. Don't let that trip you up. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And let's get me to 100 subscribers real soon, so I can start officially live streaming and reaching to a larger audience. And yes, adios.